UPEI. Julida, wala derebiquet. Nina Delavisi Sudik, a Kaktigo Sisibabit, Awabeg Gipodabit. My name is Judy. I am named after my grandmother. I am from the Abiguit First Nation, and welcome here all dignitaries for this special occasion. Thank you, Creator, for bringing us together today. We acknowledge the teachings of our grandmothers and our grandfathers. We have great respect for all living things. Our connection to the winged, the fins, the two- and the four-legged animals. Our understanding to the connection of Mother Earth, the land, the water, the air, and all surrounding, and knowing our identity. Blessings to all who are suffering, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Bless our communities and our families, members that are sick, with the continual to take care of them. Continually support the families and caregivers who are cared for our loved ones. Creator, thank you for this day that you've given us. Thank you for allowing us to gather here today, and we ask you to enter where you are so that your teachings will work in us. We ask for wisdom so that we will know what is good in the world. We ask for love so that we can spread your love everywhere. We ask for respect so that we will know that everyone comes from one place, from you. We ask for bravery so that we will not be afraid to do your work here. We ask for honesty so that no one will lie or harm any one of us. We ask for humility so that no one will be superior to another. And Creator, we ask for truth so that we will see you in the future on our last day with clean heart and spirit. Thank you, all my relations.
Jalasi. Welcome everyone to the University of Prince Edward Island campus, which is located on the traditional and unceded ancestral lands of the Mi'kmaq people, known to them as Apakwit, in the traditional district of Mi'kma'ki. I want to express my gratitude to Elder Judy, UPEI's elder in residence, for her blessing, and to the PEI Native Council drummers and the UPEI student Robbie Squires for bringing the Indigenous ceremony to today's installation. The highlight of my summer last year was receiving the eagle feather that Robbie carried in and is being displayed with the mace. I received it on behalf of the university in a special presentation hosted by the Native Council of PEI in recognition of UPEI's commitment and contributions to the ongoing work towards reconciliation with Indigenous communities. It was an incredibly meaningful day that I will always remember. We know that there is much more to do while we strive to move along our journey. One aspect of the journey is to incorporate Indigenous ceremony, language, and symbols on our campus. Walalan to everyone who is working diligently to actively embark on the path of reconciliation and decolonization. I now ask everyone to stand or remain standing as I invite our university chaplain, Sister Susan Kidd, to deliver the invocation.
Let us pray. Seasons change, apparently, and our planet revolves. Time moves on, but never independently of what has been. We change and move and grow based on what has been, on what is, and what remains to be accomplished. While we acknowledge all that has been as we move forward, today we pray blessings on the transition from one leader to another, from one moment to a new moment. We pray today with grateful hearts for our previous and soon-to-be Emeritus Chancellor, Catherine Kalbeck, for her insight and generosity demonstrated in time and treasure for the University of Prince Edward Island during what has been blessed and challenging times. And we pray with hope-filled hearts for our new Chancellor, the Honourable Diane Griffin, and her husband, Kevin. May this important time and her role in our university be an opportunity for fresh awakenings to a new reality at UPEI. Truly, we do not know what the road holds for us. We may have a sense in this moment, perhaps an action plan, but which will change as it takes shape. We today entrust the story of the University of Prince Edward Island to those of us here and not here. It is our responsibility to carry forward that story to new ventures and new responsibilities, new experiences. With leadership, with membership, we take ownership. That's all of us. May God continue to bless the University of Prince Edward Island and our Chancellor, Diane Griffin, as we live the core values expressed in our motto, Fides, Scientia, Beneficium, faith, knowledge, and service. May this be our prayer. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Sue, and everyone please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome once again. I want to recognize the Honourable Antoinette Perry, Lieutenant Governor and visitor to the university, Premier Dennis King, Chancellors, former Chancellor Dr. Don McDougall, Chancellor Emeritus, the Honourable Catherine Kalbeck, and the Chancellor-elect, the Honourable Diane Griffin. Alex Macbeth, Vice Chair of the UPEI Board of Governors, Chase Costello, Mace Bearer and grandson of the Chancellor-elect, Robbie Squires, Eagle Feather Bearer, other distinguished guests, colleagues, faculty, staff, students, alumni, retired employees, and friends of the University of Prince Edward Island, and friends and family of the Chancellor-elect. Today is another great day in the history of the University of Prince Edward Island. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Chancellor Emeritus, Catherine Colbeck, for her dedication and commitment to our university over the last 5 years, and to former Chancellor Don McDougall for his continued support of UPEI. It has been an honor to work alongside such inspiring leaders and champions of big ideas. I thank them both for their outstanding contributions. And today we install a new Chancellor, the Honourable Diane Griffin. She has a long and active involvement in the public sector and charitable and public service groups at all levels. And while she's an Islander through and through, she has tremendous understanding and compassion for our connected global community. Her passion for literacy, history, agriculture, bird watching, and preserving and protecting the environment will align very well with UPEI's values of academic freedom and rigor, accountability and integrity, excellence and inclusion, equity and reconciliation. UPEI will benefit tremendously from Diane's vision and extensive leadership experience. I'm so pleased that she's agreed to provide her insight over the next 4 years to UPEI as we continue to grow our program offerings and help students who come from PEI across the country and around the world to achieve their full potential here at UPEI. Diane, we look forward to working with you as our new Chancellor. And I now call on Alex Macbeth, Vice Chair of the Board of Governors, to present the Chancellor-elect.
Good afternoon. Honorable visitor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Diane Griffin is a distinguished Islander and a woman of many honors, who has an impeccable record of serving her community, whether through her involvement with charitable organizations, her lengthy career as a civil servant, her time in public office, and recently 5 years representing Prince Edward Island in the Senate of Canada. She is currently the chair of Health PEI, the health authority responsible for the delivery of publicly funded health services on Prince Edward Island. She has served on and chaired many local, regional, and national boards and committees over an extended career. She served as town councillor for the town of Stratford from 2006 to 2016, and prior to that was Deputy Minister of Fisheries and Environment for the government of PEI. A recipient of the Governor-General's Conservation Award and Order of PEI, the Honourable Diane F. Griffin is also known across the country as an environmental and conservational activist, and is recipient of many environmental awards. I expect her passion for the environment and nature was stirred during her university years. She's a graduate of St. Dunstan's University, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in 1969, and UPEI, earning her Bachelor of Education in 1973. In addition to preserving and protecting the environment, Dr. Griffin is passionate about literacy, history, agriculture, and bird watching. She has lectured at several universities, including UPEI, has published several papers, and has presented and been consulted on a wide range of topics, including agricultural and trade policies, ecoeconomics, national forest strategy, national heritage, and protection and conservation. She is a distinguished alumna, the proud holder of an honorary Doctor of Laws from this university, and serves on the St. Dunstan's University Board of Governors. She has been, and I know will continue to be, an outstanding champion for our university. It is my privilege and honor to present to you for installation the 10th Chancellor of the University of Prince Edward Island, the Honourable Diane F. Griffin.
I now invite the Chancellor-elect to repeat the oath of office. I, Diane Griffin,
I, Diane Griffin,
hereby accept the office of Chancellor of the University of Prince Edward Island
hereby accept the office of Chancellor of the University of Prince Edward Island
and promise that to the best of my ability,
and promise that to the best of my ability,
I will guard its intellectual, material, and spiritual interests.
that I will guard its, what's the first one?
Intellectual,
Intellectual, material, and spiritual interests,
and promote its academic integrity
and promote its academic integrity
for the advancement of sound learning,
for the advancement of sound learning,
so help me God.
so help me God.
By virtue of the authority invested in me as the visitor to the university, I install you, Diane Griffin, as Chancellor to the University of Prince Edward Island, with all of the privileges and responsibilities pertaining to that high office. It is now my privilege to invite you to assume the robes of your office.
Thank you, and congratulations. Thank you for that wonderful performance. Our chamber singers today are under the direction of the Department of Music faculty member Shin Ha-Sin Bui, and they're going to share an original number for us today.
Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray.
Up on the mountain, my Lord spoke, as this mountain gave fire and smoke. Jordan River, she and cold,
Thank you for that wonderful performance. And as I mentioned earlier, our chamber singers are under the direction of the Department of Music faculty member, Shinha Bui. Thank you for providing your musical talents, which added so much to today's event. I also acknowledge the UPEI Brass Quartet, who performed the fanfare and will play the recessional, both written by Sunha. Now, let's all give our new Chancellor a warm UPEI round of applause. Congratulations, and I now invite the Honourable Diane Griffin to deliver her inaugural address as the 10th Chancellor of the University of Prince Edward Island. Diane.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Great to be sworn in by you. We've been friends for quite a while. Honourable senators that are here, members of Parliament, Premier King, and your government members that are here, and other Legislative Assembly members. Former chancellors, Dr. Don McDougall and the Honourable Catherine Callbeck. Great to see you both again. And of course, always great to see our interim president, Dr. Greg Keith. I also want to acknowledge the UPEI faculty, friends and colleagues, all who are here today, and all our friends. So in preparation for today, I was told to be short. So why is that so different from any other day? Anyway, this is a good time for me to say thank you to my husband, Kevin, for his great support over the years. We've been a team. And also, thank you to our daughter, Charlene Costello, and her husband, Boyce Costello. Son-in-law, Boyce, I should say, Costello, and their family, including the mace bearer today. Thanks, Chase, that was great. Our granddaughter couldn't be here today. Brett Costello lives in Halifax and is working there. You know, it's quite amazing to be in a situation where so many people say nice things about you, and I haven't had to die to hear it. But you know, I've been in a really fortunate position over the years. I've had some great mentors, great friends. This started when I was in grade 1 at Travelers Rest Community School, little one-room community school at that point, all the way through to university professors and colleagues with whom I've worked. And I've learned a lot from my work colleagues and an awful lot from my friends too. So today, I checked the university's website a while back to see what does it say about a chancellor? You know, what does a chancellor really do? And it indicates that the chancellor acts as an important liaison between the university and the wider community. I really like that. That's great. The webpage goes on to indicate that the chancellor is someone who has an interest in and commitment to the university and reflects its spirit, vision and values. Almost sounds like being a Rotarian, which I am. I'm so very honored to be elected chancellor. I really feel that. It's a tremendous honor. It's the titular head of the university. And acceptance of the position, by the way, was not without some sober second thought. How on earth could I measure up to the past chancellors, the 9 previous chancellors? There are 2 of them here today, and it's absolutely thrilling to have both Dr. Don McDougall and the Honourable Catherine Callbeck. Speaking of the Honourable Catherine Callbeck, she's going to be a hard act to follow. She's been a tireless contributor to the university in so many ways, including advancing the positions and the priorities of the community in its goal to empower students to be the very best that they can be. She's been a great advocate, strong advocate for education and literacy in her many roles over the years. In fact, throughout her entire career. And she's still a strong promoter of literacy. So I'm thinking back, I think this was a cornfield when I was a student here. We didn't steal the corn, no, of course we didn't. Right. Anyway, in 1969, when I received my Bachelor of Science degree on this campus, it was from St. Dunstan's University in its last convocation before selling its campus to become the home for the new University of Prince Edward Island. It was quite amazing to realize that we were the last group that were going to get an SDU degree. It was probably also much more amazing to the students from Prince of Wales College, because 1969 was the first year degrees were granted by that wonderful institution, and also the last year. Wouldn't you love to have one of those? Wouldn't that be a collector's item? Anyway, I'm very proud of the one that I do have. I'm thinking back to those days, and you know, it took a lot of courage and political capital on the part of Alex Campbell, the Premier, and his government to take the two small liberal arts institutions that existed here and to tell them, I'm not giving you any more money from the province. I'm creating the University of Prince Edward Island. That was a pretty big step. I guess I would have to call it a revolution. And revolution is a word that's often seen as scary, but it need not be. And we often hear the phrase, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So look around us now at this campus. This was a cornfield. But what we've seen over the years has embodied a much larger, much more comprehensive university. I believe the Robertson Library was the first big new building built here for the campus. It's been followed by many others, of course, over the years. Many pieces of infrastructure have been, including the Atlantic Veterinary College, the Faculty of Nursing. They, by the way, as you know, are soon to be joined by a new medical school. These were all something we couldn't possibly have dreamed of when the university started. It's pretty amazing. So these facilities, of course, have increased the professional health care for not only islanders, but also for their pets and other animals. I remember the AVC being built. We had to move some little trees out of the way. We didn't want to lose the trees. The Faculty of Sustainable Design, Engineering, and graduate programs and other faculties have resulted in major research projects. We've got a great reputation here for research now, as well as the granting of many postgraduate degrees over the years. And these people have gone on to wonderful careers. But you know, the most recent innovation is the one that's really dear to my heart, and that is the Canadian Centre of Climate Change and Adaptation, located in the community of St. Peter's. And I could go on, but remember, I was told to be short. My final point is that the great Panthers sports teams and individual athletes that have represented this university over the years have been remarkable. We've every right to be extremely proud of them, the fine young people that they have been. And as I'm about to sit down, now in my proper chair, I missed that cue before. As I'm about to sit in the new chair, the positive thought that I want to leave with you today is one that's often heard in the rink, the sports fields, and the gymnasium. Go, Panthers, go! Thank you.
So I see our Chancellor's found her way to her proper seats. Thank you very much for that wonderful address and for acknowledging the the growth and the accomplishments that have been UPEI since its formation after 1969 with your convocation. You did mention the library, so I'm going to put a little plug in for the library, and I see Donald Moses clapping over there. The library is entering into a major fundraising campaign, and so keep your eye out for that. The library is the heart of the university, and thank you for mentioning it in your address. So we're now at the point in our program where the new Chancellor is officially greeted and welcomed by members of the UPEI and broader university community. I will ask that the University Marshal, Dr. Patrice Drake, come forward to address this component of the program. Patrice.
Mr. President, I now call upon our Chancellor Emeritus, the Honourable Catherine Callback, to present greetings to Chancellor Griffin.
Well, thank you very much, Patrice. Good afternoon, everyone. Your Honor, Antoinette Perry, Premier King, Chancellor Griffin, President Keith, Past President McDougall, and other distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. When I was installed as Chancellor in 2018, I may not have fully realized either the challenges or the opportunities that lay before me. But one of the richest parts of my experience has been meeting the many exceptional students, parents, faculty, staff, members of the administration. These meetings confirmed one thing, that the University of Prince Edward Island is a wonderful community. It has risen to the many challenges we have faced. I believe the University of Prince Edward Island has a great future. I've enjoyed my 5-year term as Chancellor, and I am very grateful for having the opportunity to serve in this position. And I thank all of you here that have helped me carry out my duties during that time. As well, I want to thank Chancellor and the President for the fine words that they've said this afternoon about my time here. I'm extremely proud to be associated with this fine university. I have said it many times before. We all share a responsibility to public service and volunteerism, to give back to our island community. And I know, Chancellor, that you were a great example of giving back, and you continue to do so. Now, the Honourable Diane Griffin is a leader in health, education, and the environment. And the University of Prince Edward Island is very, very fortunate to have her as Chancellor. Chancellor Griffin, I wish you all the best, and congratulations on being the 10th Chancellor of the University of Prince Edward Island. It's a fine university.
I now ask other representatives of the university community to present greetings to Chancellor Griffin. First, representing the Board of Governors, Mr. Alex Macbeth, Vice Chair.
On behalf of the Board of Governors of the University of Prince Edward Island, and in particular, Chair Shannon MacDonald, it is indeed my sincere pleasure to congratulate the Honourable Diane Griffin on the occasion of her installation as Chancellor of the University. The Board welcomes Chancellor Griffin back to the University in her new role, and we look forward to working with her well into the future to advance the mission of the University. Welcome.
Representing the Senate, Ms. Kim Mears, Vice Chair and Health Sciences and Scholarly Communications Librarian.
Good afternoon. Your Honor, Premier King, Chancellor Griffin, President Keefe, honored guests, family and friends, and members of the UPEI campus community. The Senate of the University of Prince Edward Island would like to welcome you back to our campus. We look forward to working together to further the university's mission of preparing students to the betterment of society and for the benefit of our island and beyond.
Representing the faculty, Mr. Simon Lloyd, University Archivist and Special Collections Librarian.
Your Honor, Premier King, Chancellor Griffin, President Keefe, honored guests, family and friends, and members of the UPEI campus community. Madam Chancellor, the Faculty Association of the University of Prince Edward Island is pleased to join in this celebratory welcome of your return to our island university. Our association's membership and executive look forward to working with you to foster and further the teaching, research, and service endeavors that are the raison d'etre of any university. Congratulations and welcome.
Representing the administration and support staff, Mr. Ross Dwyer, Manager of Research Partnerships, School of Climate Change and Adaptation.
Good afternoon, everybody. Your Honour, Premier King, Chancellor Griffin, President Keefe, honoured guests, and all of our UPEI community. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the contract, administrative and support employees of the University of Prince Edward Island, we welcome you warmly back to our campus. We very much look forward to working together with you in serving our great community, upholding the exceptional levels of service provided by our staff, creating solutions to our challenges, and most importantly, embracing and encouraging our core values of inclusion, equity, and reconciliation. Welcome back, Madam Chancellor.
Representing the Student Union, Ms. Camille Maddie, President.
Your Honor, Premier King, Chancellor Griffin, Interim President Keefe, honored guests, family and friends, and members of the UPEI community. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of all UPEI students, we would like to welcome you back to our campus. We look forward to working together to serve our institution and to strive for its continued excellence. Together, we will shape the future of UPEI with a sense of perseverance and optimism. Thank you so much for your commitment and dedication to our campus and community. We wish you the best in your new role.
Representing the UPEI Alumni Association, Dr. Betty Ann Yunker, President.
Your Honor, Premier King, Chancellor Griffin, Interim President Keefe, honored guests, family and friends, members of the UPEI community. Madam Chancellor, the University of Prince Edward Island Alumni Association welcomes you back to the campus. We look forward to working together to serve the university as we continue to center our attention on building relationships with care with members of our community and offering our students quality educative experiences. Welcome.
I have been asked to read the following greetings on behalf of Mr. Wayne Cutcliffe, President of the Association of Retired Employees, who is unable to be with us here today. Chancellor Griffin, on behalf of the Association of Retired UPEI Employees, we extend a warm welcome and best wishes for your role as Chancellor of the University. We look forward to sharing our common interests in supporting UPEI. That concludes our congratulatory greetings from the university community. Mr. President, on behalf of the University of Prince Edward Island, I now invite the Honourable Dennis King, Premier, to bring greetings from the province of Prince Edward Island.
Well, hello, bonjour, quoi. Good afternoon, everyone. After such a long list of speakers, I'm not sure there's much left for me to say, but I can tell the collective look within all of you and the wish granted toward me today is that if we could just have a politician speak, it would really top this day off. Your Honor, outgoing or Chancellor Emeritus Catherine, Chancellor Diane, Interim President Greg, members of the UPEI community, staff and faculty, all who are gathered here are welcome. This is a significant milestone in the journey of this esteemed institution as we gather and collectively share our heartfelt congratulations and thanks upon our new Chancellor. A lot has been said about Diane here today, her immense talent, her dedication, her vision, her love of Prince Edward Island and all things that live within it, you know. And I have a bunch of prepared notes, but I really just wanted to share two stories about two exceptional islanders that we're celebrating here today. First of all, I've known Diane since I was a young cub reporter with the Eastern Graphic, and she was working with the Island Nature Trust. It seems like 5 lifetimes ago. She still looks the same. And I just made an attachment with her then through her love of nature and the environment and her promotion of it. I came to work with her when she worked as a deputy minister in government, when I was a young person starting out in government, and I just followed her career throughout with the Nature Conservancy of Canada, as a member of town council, as a member of the Senate of Canada. And I just was always impressed with how she conducted herself on a daily basis, how she interacted with people, and how I've come to learn her great skill as a leader is she leads from alongside. And when I was in the position as Premier and was in need of someone to take the helm as chair of the Health PEI, which is not a job people answer the phone and really run toward, but many people in my sphere and many people advised me that this would be a good person, and I kept coming back to saying, what I need is Diane Griffin. I just need somebody who cares, somebody who understands, somebody who can work with others, and someone who can propel them to do the things that we need to do in service of our greater community. And when I called her, she didn't jump at it, but she understood, and what really impressed me is she said, Mr. Premier, I understand the importance of the role, I understand the need that you have, and how could I say no to serve? And isn't that just an exact example of what a wonderful person she is, and how lucky the university is to have her, how lucky our province is to have her, and how lucky we all are if you're able to call her a friend, and I know many of us here can. You're very, very fortunate. So Chancellor, I really, really wish you well in your position, and I thank you very much for your continued service to our wonderful province and this beloved institution. The other person I want to recognize, of course, is Catherine Callbeck, our Chancellor Emeritus now. Talk about somebody who's made a contribution from the business or the community in Central Quebec to the Premier's office, to the House of Commons, to the Red Chamber in Ottawa, to the University of Prince Edward Island. Everything she's touched it with a love and a care and a passion for PEI. She has tenacity, she's a hard worker, she's a visionary, and she is someone who I think we need to continue to look up to as someone who has really helped our province get to where we are now. And I remember vividly a group from the university came in to my office into the cabinet room where the former premier would have sat and made many, many difficult decisions over the years. And they asked me to support the UPEI student or the medical school. And I'm not sure what they were expecting from me, but they went into a very feverish pitch. And I said that I said, this is something that I think we need. It's long time past the time when we needed it, and I would be happy to support. And when we were gathered around, everyone seemed to be very happy leaving. It was a very positive meeting. And Catherine and I stood by the flags that are in the cabinet room. If you've ever been in the cabinet room, I'm a political nerd and a political junkie. And to have a former premier in there who understands the pressures of the job, and she said that, she said, I want to thank you for this decision. She said, and I know it's hard. And I want you to know it's hard, and it's going to be hard. But hard things matter. And hard things matter far into the future. And don't forget that. And when I think of Catherine Colbeck as premier, the hard things that she had to do, they matter still. Good for you. Thank you very much for being a good friend and a good service to this university. You're both amazing people, and how lucky we are to be here with them. So thank you very much. Merci. Voilà.
Mr. President, there are a number of other universities and organizations who have forwarded greetings and best wishes to our Chancellor. They include, in the order of the university's seniority, the University of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia College of Art and Design University, St. Thomas University, Universities Canada, Toronto Metropolitan University, York University, University of Victoria, University of Lethbridge, Vancouver Island University, Concordia University, Redeemer University, and Ontario Tech University.
Thank you, Patrice, and to all the others who brought greetings. It's been a wonderful afternoon. It wouldn't have been possible without the work of so many. So I want folks to join me in thanking all of those who planned and prepared for today's event. Thank you. I would also like to thank those who traveled to be here and those who brought greetings to our new Chancellor. I'm going to take a moment to thank a few of them individually. So our Lieutenant Governor, our Premier, former Chancellors Catherine Colbeck and Don McDougall, our Board of Governors and Senate for their dedication to UPEI, our Chaplain, Sister Susan Kidd, and Elder-in-Residence, Dr. Judy Clark, University Marshal, Dr. Patrice Drake, Head Usher, Dr. Danny McDonald, Chair of the Convocation Committee, Dr. Sue Dawson. I want to thank them for their contributions today. I also want to acknowledge our mace bearer, Chase Costello, grandson of our Chancellor, the Eagle Feather bearer, Robbie Squires, and to the family and friends of the Chancellor for celebrating with us. Most of all, thank you, Diane, for accepting our invitation to be our Chancellor. The university is so fortunate to have you take the helm of that role. As we now come to the end of our great celebration, I would like to invite everyone to a reception that will take place at the top of the stairs in the upper foyer. I'd ask that folks remain in your places until the academic procession departs. But before that, will ask you to stand as we sing O Canada in French and in English, and for the first time at our UPEI ceremonies in Mi'kmaq.
Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits.
Thank you.